Assalamualaikum. Ketemu lagi di new moon baru, sekarang kita sudah masuk new moon in Sagittarius. Nah, Sagittarius adalah zodiak yang terkenal dengan visinya, ambisinya, kepercayaannya akan masa depan yang lebih baik, akan kesejahteraan untuk semuanya. So all in all, Sagittarius is a very optimistic sign, a very optimistic zodiac dan juga dianggap, zodiak yang menghubungkan antara reality and spirituality. Karena kalau kita lihat lambangnya, badannya itu, kombinasi ya antara, manusia dan kuda. Kuda itu bagian kaki di mana Sagittarius itu harus menapak gitu, harus grounded. So they're grounded in reality, tapi busur panahnya itu selalu mengarah ke langit. So they have their vision on the sky. That's why they are very expansive. Dan Sagittarius adalah rumah dari planet Jupiter, dan Jupiter kalau di astrologi terkenal dengan uh, the bounty, the planet of bounty atau blessings ya. Jadi selalu memberi keberkahan buat atau untuk mereka yang memiliki Jupiter di posisi yang baik dalam chart. Nah, sekarang new moon-nya di gate 9 karena sama dengan matahari di line yang sama ya, line 5. Lalu Earth-nya ada di 16, ada beberapa planet lain yang cukup signifikan di new moon kali ini. Pertama itu Mercury di gate 26, lalu Mars gate 31, Jupiter 45, Saturn 63, lalu ya pasti Pluto lah ya di gate 60. Untuk outer planet, Pluto, Uranus, Jupiter, dan Saturn ya, mereka masih di gate yang sama dengan new moon sebelumnya. Dan all in all, new moon kali ini mungkin merupakan kelanjutan dari full moon kemarin, full moon in Taurus. Karena tema full moon in Taurus kemarin adalah how can you um, put a plan to your path of prosperity through your inner knowing. Nah, sekarang it's also about your personal path of prosperity, tapi through focus, yaitu gate 9. Dan untuk gate 9 sudah saya upload videonya, tapi all in all, gate 9 energinya adalah gate of focus on details. Nah, tapi fokus ini is not focus for a long period, tapi the capacity to know what to focus on. Karena sebenarnya Sagittarius itu bukan zodiak yang terkenal dengan ketelitiannya, ya justru Sagittarius itu terkenal dengan kecerobohannya. So, gate 9 juga kalau di human design ya, buat mereka yang punya gate 9 dan nggak punya gate 52, terkenal dengan somehow having scattered mind atau having ADHD. Dan aku punya gate ini dan nggak punya gate 52. So, I really understand what it means to have focus but you have ADHD at the same time. Dan fokus kali ini yang yang dimaksud dengan this focus in this new moon is to be able to think like someone with ADHD. Now, maksudnya apa? People with ADHD, they might not be able to concentrate on everything. Ya, tapi kalau ada satu hal yang mereka suka, yang mereka punya passion di situ, punya interest di situ, that calls them to their soul, they will focus like a sharp laser. They will go deep, deeper than anybody else, and they will do very, very deep work, intense work in a very short period of time. Ini mungkin yang disebut dengan a state of flow, ya. Tapi at the same time, kalau di literatur ADHD, this is called hyperfocus, the ability to go very deep dan isolate yourself from all distractions, isolate yourself from any interference, and just be with that thing that you are intending to create, to learn, to study, yeah, to achieve, to plan. Okay, so this energy is not, yeah, lagi-lagi, it's not for you to sit for too long periods to think, but this is for you to focus, that sharp focus. Itu kenapa in the Sagittarius season, you need to pay attention where are you heading, kemana arah busur panahnya, because that's what your energy be focused on achieving. So it's very important to have a vision atau to have a plan atau to have some kind of project that you want to achieve. It could be for short run atau long run. Ya, biasanya kalau untuk new moon itu kita we work for 6-month period, ya. Jadi what you intend on achieving now, you can see its impact dalam 6 bulan. Jadi mungkin nanti pas Juni Juli gitu ya. Bukan berarti you will definitely have that, but if you put in the work, if you do your 1% improvement one day after the other, you'll be able to achieve that dream, because Gate 9 is about the taming power of the small. Artinya it's the power of habit, the power of baby steps day by day. Oke. Nah, kalau kita lihat the sky, ya, ada beberapa hal yang menarik di sini, matahari dan bulan, dua-duanya ada di Sagittarius. Tapi Sagittarius tadi sudah saya sebutkan, tuan rumahnya adalah Jupiter, dan Jupiter ada di Gemini, pas oposisi. Nah, tuan rumah Gemini siapa? Merkuri. Merkuri ada di mana? Di Sagittarius. Jadi ini tukeran rumah. Dan kalau kita tukeran rumah dengan tetangga, mau sebagus apapun rumahnya, kita pasti nggak nyaman kan. Nah, itu yang terjadi saat ini. Jupiter bukan di rumahnya, Merkuri juga bukan di rumahnya, ya. Dan di rumah oposisinya. Oke, itu yang pertama. Yang kedua, both Jupiter and Mercury lagi retrograde. Oke. So, Jupiter atau Sagittarius yang biasanya very fast thinking, very outcome oriented, tadi visionary, hopeful, dan sangat enthusiastic, ya, bersemangat untuk mencapai yang diharapkan, yang dia inginkan gitu, and that hyper focus gitu on getting that thing they want. Sekarang ada energetic opposition gitu ya dengan Mercury. Tapi this is not a bad thing, ya. However, we need to take into consideration di sini juga ada Saturn, dan Saturn ini kayak membentuk piramid gitu ya di sini. So what does this all mean? It means that any period of retrograde artinya you need to take it slow. You need to go inward, okay? Dan karena ini Mercury, this is about clearing your mind, clearing your belief system, and acting in alignment. Jupiter is about acting in alignment, bukan acting in discipline. Kalau discipline itu Saturn, kalau di sini acting in alignment. Clear your baggage, clear your consciousness. Artinya, are you acting from integrity or not? Karena kalau kita lihat di sini, Jupiter ada di 45 dan Mercury ada di 26. So it is an opposition, benar-benar ya. Tapi 45 is about synergy, tapi shadow-nya adalah dominance. Dan kalau di sini 26 is about pride, that's a shadow. Tapi the gift is about artfulness, ya. So 26 ini terkenal dengan, atau ini disebut dengan the gate of the egoist, artinya the gate where you are more aware of yourself, you're more self-centered. Sedangkan 45 is the gate of the gatherer. Jadi someone who always puts the tribe first. Okay, jadi somehow here the transit is asking you to look at your relationship with yourself and with other people. Yeah, your relationship with yourself and your community. Gitu. Is there any shadow of dominance, whether you want to dominate them with, nggak tahu, your opinion or your point of view, atau where you want to go gitu, or you have pride, atau there are other things that you are unable to express, misalnya. That's why the gift dari 26 is artfulness, being able to find that unique value in you and create an art form. Yeah, then that art form is what will be your currency to exchange with others. That's the synergy. Okay. Nah, balik lagi, sorry. Nah, okay, so in here banyak planet yang masih retrograde, tapi Pluto sudah tidak retrograde, Mars masih retrograde, ya. Dan kalau kita lihat di sini, this is the tension yang tadi, bahwa antara Mercury dan Jupiter, ya. Tadi it's how can you balance between yourself and others, how can you interact with integrity, with artfulness, what belief systems that is holding you back from achieving what you want. Tapi di sini dari dua grafik ini, it shows you that if you want to get out from this stuckness, from this analysis paralysis, dan itu shadow dari gate 9, ya, that you're unable to take make a decision atau take steps further, is through Saturn. Dan Saturn di sini is telling you, do you have doubt? Do you have some kind of mistrust in yourself atau other people? Gitu. Do you have are you using your mental ability too much that you are not able to see things the way that they are? Ya. Jadi all in all, yang saya lihat ya, untuk new moon kali ini, it's a slingshot period. Maksudnya gini, slingshot itu apa? If you have a goal, if you have a plan, if you have, let's say, 2025, resolusi 2025, let's say, ya, now is the time to prepare. Now is the time to journal atau look at where you feel alignment atau misalignment, where are you acting out of integrity or not, and see how you can focus to achieve that dream. Tapi ini bukan saatnya untuk menarik si panah ini, ya. Tapi ini ditarik ke belakang. This is preparation period. And the more you pull, ya, this string semakin ke belakang, nanti once you get to where you want to get, you will be able to travel faster. So this is the energy of Sagittarius. They're able to prepare themselves in order to, once the arrow is unleashed, they're able to reach the highest potential. Gitu seperti itu, ya. So, where is Sagittarius in your chart? Ya, karena chart kita masing-masing beda, pasti posisi Sagittarius juga akan berbeda. So, ini tema-temanya seperti biasa, coba dilihat masing-masing rumah, ya. If you have Sagittarius di rumah 2, it means that it's your self-worth, your finances, your resources, your sense of security, sense of self-esteem, ya. Is there something that you need to focus on there to improve, to purify, ya, to where are you acting out of integrity, out of alignment di area itu, gitu. If you have it in misalnya rumah 4, gitu, is there something that you feel is unaligned in your family, your home, ya? Are there some inner child wound yang belum healing, ya? Do you want to build something but you don't have the foundation yet? This is the time to prepare all that, okay? Nah, these are some new moon journaling, karena ini juga berkaitan dengan the last month of the year, so I know a lot of you will be preparing for tahun depan and what will happen next year and your dreams and resolution for next year. And happy Sagittarius new moon. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.